Why do we have to analyze a literary piece? What is the best literary approach to use? If you want to know more about literary criticism, this video is for you. My name is Teacher Aizie, and I'm here to help you in this learning journey. So what is literary criticism? Literary criticism is the comparison, analysis, interpretation, and/or evaluation of works of literature. It is essentially an opinion supported by evidence relating to theme, style, setting, or historical or political context. In other words, literary criticism is the method used to interpret any given literary piece. But why is there a need for us to evaluate a literary piece? Well, literary criticism helps us in three ways. One, it helps us understand what is essential about the text. Two, it allows us to see the relationship between the author and the text. And three, it enhances the enjoyment of our reading of the literary text. Literary criticism has two main functions. First, to analyze, study, and evaluate works of literature. Second, to form general principles for the examination of works of literature. Let's take a look at the literary criticism map. There are four critical variables in literary criticism: author's world, author's life, text itself, readers. The text is placed in the center because all approaches must deal with the text itself. Formalism and deconstruction are placed under it because they deal primarily with the text and not with any of the outside considerations such as author, the real world, audience, or other literature. The deconstructionists also subject text to careful formal analysis. However, they reach an opposite conclusion. There is no meaning in language. A historical approach relies heavily on the author and his world. In historical view, it is important to understand the author and his world in order to understand his intent and to make sense of his work. In this view, the work is informed by the author's beliefs, time, and history, and to fully understand the work, we must understand the author and his age. An intertextual approach is concerned with comparing the work in question to other literature to get a broader picture. Reader response is concerned with how the work is viewed by the audience. In this approach, the reader creates meaning, not the author or the work. Mimetic criticism seeks to see how well a work accords with the real world. Is it accurate, correct, or moral? Archetypal criticism assumes that there is a collection of symbols, images, characters, and motives that evokes basically the same response in all people, which seem to bind all people regardless of culture and race worldwide. This can also be labeled as mythological and symbolic criticism. Their critics identify this as archetypal patterns and discuss how they function in the works. Psychological criticism attempts to explain the behavioral underpinnings of the characters within the selection. Analyzing the actions and thoughts committed fall under any of the identifiable neuroses, whether a psychological disorder is evident among them. Aside from the characters, the author and even the reader may be criticized as why they exhibit certain behavior during the actual writing and reading experience. Marxist criticism concerns with analysis of the clash of opposing social classes in society, namely the ruling class or bourgeoisie and the working class or proletariat, as it shaped the events that transpired in the story. Feminist criticism concerns with a woman's role in the society as portrayed through texts. It typically analyzes the plight of women as depicted in the story. Generally, it criticizes the notion of women as a construct through literature. So what is the best literary approach to use? Keep in mind that there is no single literary approach that provides the right answer. A good literature is simply too varied. Keeping an open mind and listening to other points of view can enrich your insights. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the very essence of literary criticism. Remember the words of Socrates? The life which is unexamined is not worth living. There you have it, the literary criticism and an overview to the different literary approaches. In my succeeding videos, I'll be discussing about the literary approaches in details. I hope you learned something from our discussion today. I hope to see you again in our next video lesson. To get notified of the new video lessons, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell. Bye everyone! Thanks for watching!